that stood out to me from the whole trip was talking to Dar, just because she's very optimistic, even though she went through a lot of things, and she's always seemed to be positive. And I think I learned from that and want to apply that when I get back home, is to, no matter what happens, to always look at the bright side.
I've been here about a week, and I think the one thing that I'll take back to Central is kind of all of the natural disasters that have happened and how it's impacted the community, like the floods and the tornado. I don't know that a lot of people back home know about it, so I'd like to share that and then find a way to also give back to my community, because I feel like down here there's a lot of that, so I would like to take that back home with me and continue.
So the thing that I would take back with me from this past week's experience would be just the Southern culture and the Southern hospitality. I think it's really built on community here, and it's really strong in serving others with a servant's heart. So I'm going to take that back with me, and just being more friendly to people in the Pacific Northwest.
So if there's anything out of this whole week that I would take back to Central, it's that if you see somebody and they're in a situation, you can't always blame them, because it might not always be their fault. One thing I've learned while we're here during Katrina is that a lot of the displaced homeless people here it wasn't their fault that they were displaced and homeless. It was the hurricane, but also because the government hadn't put any plans into action to help them out. So one thing I can take back from this is that if you look at somebody in a situation, it's never black and white. It won't always be their fault. It could be the system failing them. So that's one thing I see just from being here, and that's one thing
Entire
I'll
week
take
has
back.
been fun, and one thing that I'll take back to Central Washington is kindness and more service to the community, because like New Orleans has suffered a lot of natural disasters and all that, and kindness and service has really like had a positive impact on the community and makes the community much closer. So at Central, even though there's like no natural disasters like that are known yet, there's still a lot of like areas that need some sort of service, kind of like homelessness and drug addiction help, so I can like provide service in that area.
We've been here for nearly 6 days now. It has been a great trip. We've learned a lot, and I'm really excited to take that back to Ellensburg with me, just to know that this history of New Orleans is unlike anything else, and that is why they have such an intense culture. It's very noticeable. Everything they do, there's like a purpose behind it, and they're very welcoming to anyone and everyone. It's fun seeing that. Sometimes in Washington we're surrounded by too much hate, especially at Central Washington University, so I'm hoping to take back a positive attitude and the knowledge that I've learned here of the beautiful city that we're in.
So we've been here for about 6-7 days now. There was a lot of experience, things that happened. We learned a lot. We toured the city, learned the culture, immersed ourselves with people. But I think for me, one thing that really resonated was the power of education. I think several of our speakers talked about how they work in student affairs or part of the chancellor, for university. So I think for me, it's just continuing my work in higher education back in Central, and that I'm inspiring others the power of education and how that can lift them up socially. So yeah, that's just something that resonated to me through this trip, is just kind of like affirm my belief of the power of education. So.